Mark 11, verse 22. So Jesus answered and said to them, have faith in God. For surely I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says. Therefore, I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you what?
Receive.
Okay, here we go. So he says, I already know what you need before you ask. But I'm going to need for you to ask by faith. And when you ask, believe that you have already
received it.
Okay, so the treasurer has received what you needed when you went to God in faith. So whatever you're lacking, whatever you needed, God says, I have already deposited it. Mm-hmm. Well, how does this lack or need or want manifest in the natural? I'm glad y'all asked. All right. Go to Luke 8. We're going to look at some biblical examples. 43 through 44. Luke 8, 43 through 44. All right. Now a woman, having a flow of blood for 12 years, who had spent all her livelihood on physicians and could not be healed by any, came from behind and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her flow of blood stopped. Now, what was she lacking? Yeah. What else?
Money.
Okay. So she thought that by spending money, going to doctors, was going to
heal her.
Heal her. Okay. Now, it didn't say what caused her to go to Jesus. Something clicked that made her say, you know what? Whether she heard it, remembered it, that he was in town, she said, you know what? Since I'm experiencing this lack of money, I can't go to the doctor anymore because I don't have anything else to spend. I'm still sick. She said, if I can just touch the hem. Now you understand now, God has already deposited the healing. All she had to do was act in faith on her word and touch what? The hem. Now I like this, y'all, because she didn't say, Jesus, can you heal me? She didn't say one word to him. See, I liked it.
She just went after it.
All she did was act on her faith, and she just touched his garment, and Jesus said, who touched me? Because, see, the treasurer, the Holy Spirit, had come through him to heal her, because the Holy Spirit had already been deposited her healing. Mm-hmm. See, sometimes we think we need money when all we need is more faith. Okay. See, sometimes we think we need more money when all we need is just more power. Mm-hmm. People work 3 or 4, 5 jobs because they're trying to get more money. But God says, if you ever exercise my principle of faith, you can stop about 3 of them. And I'll give you what you need with no money. Mm-hmm. She spent the money on the doctors. Couldn't heal her. She went to Jesus for free. Mm-hmm. God says, according to the power that works in us. Let's go to the next example. Because I got to go somewhere, y'all. Go to Matthew 17:24. God had me go back over this stuff so we'll understand how to disperse what we need. 24. This is Jesus and Peter. When they had come to Capernaum, those who received the temple tax came to Peter and said, does your teacher not pay the temple tax? And he said, yes. And when he had come into the house, Jesus anticipated him, saying, what do you think, Simon? From whom do the kings of the earth take custom or taxes? From their sons or from strangers? Peter said to him, from strangers. Jesus said to him, then the sons are free. Nevertheless, lest we offend them, go to the sea, cast in the hook, and take the fish that comes up first. And when you have opened his mouth, you will find a piece of money. Take that and give it to them for me and you. Now, they were in lack, right? For the first time, I saw Jesus and I had no money. He didn't have it, y'all. They thought they had it. He didn't have it. He said, Peter, since you're a master fisherman, go out there and catch the first fish you catch and look in the mouth and take out the money. Now, if we were in trouble with our taxes, we're going to be filling out application after application, trying to find a job, set up payment arrangements. That's all good. But you want to work your faith in what direction? In God. Look what Jesus did. He didn't tell Peter, man, go back to fishing and pay this thing off. He said, I want you to go out there and catch the first fish. See, he tested Peter's faith now. He said, I ain't never caught no fish with no money in it. He tested his faith now. So Peter obeys Jesus, catches the fish, takes the money out, and then brings it back to Jesus. Jesus paid taxes for him and Peter. Yes, ma'am.
I think, I don't know, I guess it's easier, I guess. It's easier to follow when you hear that word right at you, like somebody. Jesus was saying that to Peter.
Okay.
So it's I think it's easier than that us having faith in something we're supposed to just believe in, but we have no actual, we don't have a person here talking to us. We don't have any other stuff. So I think it becomes a question of am I hearing the right thing if I'm hearing from God?
Okay.
Or am I leaning on my own,
Okay.
understanding kind of thing?
I got you. So basically, our problem is we don't know the voice of God.
That could be a thing. If we hear from God.
Because see, the thing is, God can speak to somebody else to come tell you what to do. And your faith still has to be directed. Have faith in not the person,
but the word.
But the word. And see, this is why we have to spend time with God. Because you would be in tune with what's going on no matter how God gets it done. We just want it done. So if he has to speak to us in that quiet voice through the Holy Spirit, and he's directed us, we just want it what? Done. If he sends somebody that we have no clue who this person is and says, baby, you need to go over here, look at this person, then go over here, we got to follow directions. By
faith.
The woman with the issue of blood, I don't know if she believed it or not. If I can just touch, ain't never been done before. She ain't never heard that before. She just acted on faith. See, sometimes we just got to act and say, God, I'm trusting you that you're going to do this through whoever. All right? Now, let's keep going. Go to 2 Kings 4, 1 through 7. 4, 1 through 7. 2 Kings 4, 1 through 7. We're talking about overcoming a lack of resources, but we're talking about even more of how to make this lack, how to make what we need, what we want, manifest in the earthly realm. 2 Kings 4, 1. 2 Kings 4, 1. Okay. Y'all got that? 2 Kings 4, 1. A certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets cried out to Elisha, saying, your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord, and the creditor is come to take my 2 sons to be his slaves. So Elisha said to her, what shall I do for you? Tell me, what do you have in the house? And she said, your maidservant has nothing in the house but a jar of oil. Then he said, go borrow vessels from everywhere, from all your neighbors, empty vessels. Do not gather just a few. And when you have come in, you shall shut the door behind you and your sons. Then pour it into all those vessels and set aside the full ones. So she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons, who brought the vessels to her, and she poured it out. Now it came to pass when the vessels were full, that she said to her son, bring me another vessel. But he said to her, there is not another vessel, so the oil ceased.